Why the quietest people are the most dangerous. There is a type of person you should never underestimate. They do not argue, they do not compete for attention, they do not feel the need to prove anything. They just watch. And if you have ever felt uncomfortable around someone who barely speaks, there is a reason for that. Because silence is never empty. It is calculating. You've been trained to fear loud power. The dominant guy, the charismatic talker, the one who controls the room with noise. But the most dangerous person in the room is usually the one saying nothing. While everyone else performs, they are silently collecting data. And the person who gathers the most information controls the outcome. Silence does three things to the human mind. First, it creates uncertainty. Second, it forces projection. Third, it shifts psychological pressure. When someone does not speak, your brain fills the gaps. You assume, you overthink, you expose yourself. And that is the trap. Because while you are explaining yourself, they are studying you. Your tone, your insecurities, your reactions, your weaknesses. The quiet one does not reveal, they extract. When you feel nervous, do you talk more? Most people do. They try to fill the silence, they try to justify themselves, they try to impress. And the silent person, they let you dig your own hole, not with aggression but with patience. That is psychological dominance in its purest form. Here is what truly makes quiet people dangerous. They do not react emotionally. Emotional reactions are predictable. Predictable people are controllable, but the silent observer, you cannot read them, you cannot measure them, you cannot anticipate their next move. And uncertainty creates imbalance. The one who is hardest to read is hardest to defeat. Look at negotiation rooms, interrogation tactics, high-level business meetings. The most experienced operator speaks the least, because silence forces the other person to speak more, to justify more, to reveal more. And the more someone seeks approval, the weaker they become in that interaction. The quiet person does not chase validation. They let validation chase them. Silence signals something deeper: self-control. And self-control is the foundation of real power. Anyone can speak loudly. Anyone can dominate with noise, but controlling your reactions, controlling your ego, controlling your words, that is rare. And rare traits command subconscious respect. Even if people cannot explain it, they feel it. Think about the last time someone stayed silent after you spoke. It made you uncomfortable. You felt the need to explain more, to defend your point, to prove yourself. Exactly. Silence creates tension, and whoever controls tension controls the interaction. Now here is where it gets darker. Silence isn't just observation, it is positioning. While others compete for attention, the quiet one builds leverage. They notice alliances. They detect fractures, they memorize emotional triggers. And when the moment comes, they strike with precision. Not emotionally, strategically. And because they rarely speak, when they finally do, people listen. That is concentrated power. Now be honest. Have you ever underestimated someone quiet and later realized they were 5 steps ahead? Or are you that person? Type one word in the comments. Observer if you move in silence. Speaker if you dominate with presence. Let's see who's really watching. And remember this: noise attracts attention. Silence attracts control. If you master silence, you master perception. And if you master perception, you control outcomes. Most people will never understand this, but you're here. Which means you are not most people. Subscribe now, because the next video will show you how to weaponize perception without saying a word. And the quiet ones, they never miss lessons like that.